Testing, testing. All right, all right. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a great weekend and a great start to the football season, right? So I think today, what I want to do is cover 30 tickers in 30 minutes. And of course, right now, I want to just break down the features for you and then go through like 30 tickers real quick as fast as I potentially can. I'm going to give you the levels and the targets real quick based on the 4 hour. But right now I'm just going to cover these futures real quick. All right. So I'm doing something a little bit different, and hopefully you guys can keep up. If you guys want to look at the levels, make sure you pause it on this video because it's just going to be a little more fast paced than normal. So first things first, /ES, like we talked about last time. We did say that this was going to be a retest level right here. It did just that, and it bounced right off, right? So technically, we got a nice little engulfing candle here. What you want to look for into this week is a nice red candle, okay? I don't care if we open up here and then create a wick, but I want it over that 4K number. That's it. 50% of this whole candle, I'm using the 4K as a psychological and a retest level so it can hold bullish momentum. We did say that last time I was looking for more of like, I want candles here to do something like this first, let it go sideways, let it do whatever it wants, and then therefore create a base. And then when we go long, we're going to break above and then reverse, for the year. But anything can happen, and any news catalyst can come out and basically just drop the market whenever it wants, however it wants. So what we're going to do, again, anything above 4K, right now we're at 4060 level. We want to be bullish above 4K and bearish below 4K into this 39 again. All right, so that's /ES. As for NQ, we're kind of looking at the same thing. We had the same retest level right here that we bounced off, came in, showed a nice green bullish candle. And again, we're looking for that 50%. So for this one, it's going to be a little bit different. I think I want the 125. So I just want to stay above this red candle here. That's all I want for continuation. I think the tech might have a little more strength this coming week, and we'll see why. So that's it for me. Otherwise, we're looking for that 13. Go by whole numbers, so like 127, 127.50, 128, 129. You guys get the point. RTY small caps, the Russell, same thing. The setup was the same. We had a nice little retest here. It did bounce right off of it. We didn't completely go all the way down, so I would expect a little more weakness in the RTY. So I think this one would be like the better and safer on the smaller cap size for premiums versus SPY and QQQ. Okay. For gold, so I'm going to be looking at gold this week only because we're at this 17. The 17 is more of a demand, so we may have a little potential bounce here. And we're going to see the reaction of what it's going to be in the coming weeks. So definitely take a look at gold. If this thing does break below 17, I am bearish. As long as we're above 17, I am bullish. Okay, very simple here. As for oil, it has an amazing candle. Okay, this is what catches my attention now because now I'm going to be looking at a lot of the oil tickers and even XLE for energy and some solar. So we talked about last time that little doji on top that caused that reversal, and I said that this was the area where I was going to start looking for dip buys. And now, coincidentally, weeks later, right? Maybe what is this? Since May, June, July, August, September. Now we're here, and we basically talked about the full downtrend for oil. And now I'm sitting here telling you guys that this is probably going to be a great dip buy opportunity. Okay, so it's all about being patient. It's all about waiting for the proper setup and waiting for the good risk to reward. And now, since we have this nice little doji candle here, it's very, very simple as to where /CL is going to go. You're going to use this candle body right here. Break above bullish, break below bearish. I don't know how much more simple I can get from this, okay? That's what you're doing. This is what you're doing. That's it. I'm going to leave this here for reference. And if you guys watch this video, you definitely come back probably next Sunday, and we'll see exactly where we're at. I'm going to leave this here just so you guys can see what the results will be into the coming weeks. But just remember, as long as we're above this price point right here, that I'm going to say 87. I'm going to use the whole number 87 and then the whole number 86. Below 86, bearish to 80. Above 87, we're going to go do 90 and 95, okay? So very, very simple here. But definitely look for a reversal since we have a nice doji here for oil. All right, as for the dollar, this thing is it's probably going to cool off up here just because we kind of hit like an overbought area. And on top of that, we're basically just trending and trending and trending. So I think it's going to be time for a cool off. And the only reason I say that is because the wick is a lot bigger here. And the candle is not that strong for the week. So I'm definitely going to be looking for something to just kind of chill in this area here in the next couple of weeks, months. Okay. As for the VIX, nothing is really going on other than it's still downtrending and nothing too crazy, no volatility. There hasn't been any new development in the market for us to even go a little crazy, right? Either way, keep your alerts on, whether it's below 20, 25 whole numbers, just keep your alerts on. Every whole number, just kind of see what the psychological thinking and aspect may be in the markets, all right? So that's your first introduction to the market, guys. Be sure that you respect the levels above 4K. We're bullish. Below it, we're bearish, okay? Very, very simple. All you got to do is follow the levels from the previous day. So for example, I'm just going to go on the hour chart. Let's just say you're bullish above here. You want to look for the next piece. This is your target. You want to look for the next piece. There's your target again. Next piece, there's your target. And then next piece, there's your target. Very simple. All you guys got to do is go look for those bases, those structures, and that's what's going to lead you to success. Otherwise, then you're just trading in the wind and you're trading with no plan. And then that's what's going to cause you to have a red week. So yeah, let's get down to the next 30 tickers, and we're going to try to finish this as fast as possible. So let's start with jets. All right. Nothing really going on here with jets. This is airlines, but if you want to take this long, I would take it over this candle body right here, 1786. Your first target is going to be this 18. Here you go. And then the next target is going to be that 1830. That's the only levels you really need for a bullish stance. Otherwise, below this 1760 right here. Sorry. 1765. That's the break below, and we're going to be bearish all the way to this candle wick down here, candle wick down here. So like 1740, I would say. Okay. So that's jets. This is XLF. XLF had a green week, amazing week, has a nice little gap up, and it's going to be very simple here as well. Over the candle body right here, 34.34, we're going to go long. The target by the end of the week is going to be 34.85 all the way into this 35. If we drop below, we're probably going to fill this little gap and sell off with a little more pressure. So my target for this one is probably going to be 34 for the gap fill for a red day. And then you're going to come down right here, 33.85. And then you're coming down right here, 33.50. So these are your levels to the downside, and this is your level to the upside. As for XLE energy, I think this is a good one. If oil starts to reverse, I think it can give the sentiment for this. So as long as we stay above 80, okay? Right now we're at 80.80. This is going to be a dip buy into tomorrow, which is Monday. And if we hold here, the breakout is going to be 81. And then from here, you're just going to follow 82, 83, 84, all the way to like 85. This is the ultimate target by the end of the week. Hopefully we get some crazy pump. If that happens, that's cool. If it doesn't, that's cool too. As long as we know that it's over 80 and we're looking a little bit bullish over 81 breakout, 82, 83, 84, 85, okay? XLP, more of your retail, nothing really going on, and just make sure that it stays over 74 and 74.50. But other than that, it's I think this sector is a little bit slower for me, so it's not really nothing too crazy, right? As for TAN, last time we charted this, we did talk about this, and I said that we were going to look at solar. Solar right now is at a resistance level right here at 89 and 90. So if we can crack 90, I think solar will keep on running on up. But I am looking for a slowdown around this area versus the breakouts. It right now is just kind of basing out still. Below 86, I would short it again all the way to 82. But just remember that when you're trading these ETFs, make sure you go by whole numbers all the way down. So for example, if you get in at 88, your target is 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81. All right. Again, if we break over 90, we're going to shoot for 91, and most likely solar may have a nice and bigger breakout if that's the case. So keep your alerts right here at 90 just for a solar reversal to the upside. As for ARC, ARK has been hanging out down here for the past few months, and I've talked about this in the past. We did talk about this little trend line here, and it finally broke. But we did talk about like the nice space that it created, and ARK finding a bottom at these levels. And I think it's amazing that you can probably start loading on something that's going to be great of value in the future, of course, depending on what you believe in. Either way, Tesla right now is on a rampage. So if Tesla can continue and keep on going green, I think by the end of the week, we can probably hit 46 and 45.60. So I think we can hit these levels on ARK. If we have a dip buy, I would say probably right here at this 43.50. Okay. It's going to be your dip buy. Intraday dip buy will be around 44. Otherwise, it's going to continue over this candle body right here, 44.50. So for ARK, I would do every 50 cents. If you enter at 44, for example, your stop loss would be 43.50. If you enter at 43.50, your stop loss would be 43. And then as you trail it, 44, 40, 44.50, 45, 45.50, 46. That's how you would trade ARK. The next ticker is going to be PayPal. PayPal is a great ticker. It's been holding its gains since the earnings and since it based out down at this bottom here. Right now, I think it's probably going to test 100. Even with the downtrend in the market, PayPal actually held its ground. There was a lot of selling that came in here, but the pressure for buying was a lot more stronger than the selling pressure. So if this one, a continuation would be over this 97.50, dip buy opportunity, I would say maybe around here at this 95 and 95.50 is where I would look to dip buy. Otherwise, it's going to be a breakout at that 97.50. Target's going to be 99, 100, 101, 102, all the way into this 102.50 and 103. Okay, that's going to be for PayPal. So make sure you take a good look at that bad boy. Disney, always on a roller coaster ride. I think right now we just kind of broke a nice little downtrend. Okay, this one is literally just broke here, went above. Okay, oh sorry, wrong one. Here, this is the downtrend that it broke. It had this nice channel to the downside, and then it rallied on up, came down and tested perfectly, and now created a nice staircase pattern. As you can see, I can draw that for you. Here's your rally, here's your base, here's your rally again. So now all you're doing is waiting for the low of the pre-market, whatever it is going to be tomorrow, and take that as a dip buy with your stop loss literally right below, and then look for the continuation. I think we may hit this 117.40. 117.50, this would be your first target, 117.50 for the continuation. If it breaks that, then most likely we'll head into this 122 right here. Okay. So if this thing stays bullish, there's a higher potential that this thing might just go like that by Friday. Okay. Nvidia, all the chip stocks, guys, make sure you guys go and chart them and have a good look at those bad boys, because I think they're at amazing dip buy opportunities just for some long-term stuff. If you guys believe in chips, if not, then that's cool. Otherwise, the risk to reward is amazing for day trades. As long as we can hold right here, this 140.80 and 140.50. Yeah, I'll just say 140, 141. Let's just say 141. And then breakout would be 144.50. Here, the continuation, the first target is going to be 150, 153.30, 155.20. And then I'm just going to say the highs of 160. Right, let's just do that. Yeah, right there. That's your chart for Nvidia. Use those levels. I am kind of leaning bullish, so a dip buy would be here. If that flushes through on Monday, I would look for a quick reaction and a quick dip buy here. What is this? What is this? Let's do 137.80 and 137.20. So anything just slightly like at 137. Okay, right here. This is your dip buy. So I have my dip buy alerts right here. I have alerts for targets, but whatever pre-market is going to be, I'm going to take it above the high or the pre-market low. I'm going to take it as a dip buy opportunity, wherever it is in the morning. Okay. So make sure you check out the rest of these chip stocks. All right. Tesla. A lot of people are talking about Tesla. That's why I mentioned ARK, because ARK is the biggest holder for Tesla. Not biggest holder, but it has Tesla. It's one of its biggest holdings for it to move to the upside or downside. All right, so Tesla, I'm gonna give you a good dip buy. I wouldn't say Monday dip buy. If you wanted to be a little more patient, I would look for a dip buy here. So the 290 and 289, this would be your dip buy. If you want to be a little more patient, so allow this thing to just go red for like 2 days, and then watch this go like this. Okay. If it continues above, just trade it above the pre-market, which is your 300. Everybody's going to be looking at 300, and then just look for a quick pop to 303, and then 305, and then the highs of 307. Okay, that's going to be your highs if that continues that crazy. JPM, like I said, financials, a lot of these had some green momentum. JPM has been the biggest one that I caught last time, and we did catch last time from these dip buys here. This breakout, we swung it all the way into that target of 124, which was amazing. We did amazing with JPM swing trades and day trades all at once. So now we're back on it, and we're back on the list. This one is very simple to understand. You're going to have two opportunities here to buy JPM, okay? The first one is going to be at this 117 retest, okay? If we have a red market tomorrow, but it's not strong sell-off, and we come here, this is your first dip by around 118.20 with your 118 stop loss. Very easy. Okay, if you enter at 117, your stop loss is right below. The next opportunity is going to be the break of 120. The 120 into 121, 122, 123, and then we're going to target all the way to 124. All I'm doing is I'm looking for a potential reversal in the all the banks, and I'm watching for some good bullish momentum. BA looks like a decent chart as well. It looks like it had a red Friday, even though the market was nice and green. So to me, it almost looks like a nice little pullback before we start rallying on up. But do keep in mind that we do have this little thing going on. A lot of people are going to have this on their charts. But to me, it looks like a nice little dip buy. The reason I say that it's dip buy is because of this little wick and the fact that we came above this base here. We came inside and we got rejected instantly after a nice run up. This is normal. So I am looking on the break of 158. Okay, I'm going to use 158. I'm bullish 160, 62, 64, 66. Below the low of Friday, 150. We're going to say 157. We're going to short it to 156 and 154. Otherwise, I'm going to wait till this dip buy comes along again. And this is the dip buy that I want to take. But over 158, guys, we're bullish, okay? I don't care if we open at 158.50, 158.70. We are bullish above 158 and short at 157. SQ looked like it came up to a nice reversal, but again, I think this one needs more of a pullback. This can have aggressive moves. So the dip buy opportunity here, because it has that gap, is going to be right at that bottom. And this is where I want to buy it, that 70, 50, 70, 60, or even just the 70 level, okay? So if you want to be a little more patient, this is your dip buy. You want to do something like this, go like that, and then come back and create that nice little range, which would be pretty amazing. So this is kind of like what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to hold, go up into that supply, create supply, come down here and create demand, and start rolling back up for a nice reversal for SQ, right? If we do break above that 75, then go ahead and take profit at 78, 7, and 80. It's just going to be a pretty good move to the upside, okay? Shop is on a reversal. We talked about this last week. I even made a video on swing trading, and I made it here, so you guys had more than enough opportunity to watch this video and go in for the swing. So the September 16, the 35 calls, or the 40 calls, or the 41 calls, whichever calls you decided to take, you should be green on this. If you're watching this and you didn't take it, it's probably because you didn't watch the previous video, or you did not trust the technical analysis that was here based on demand, or you're just waiting for somebody to hold your hand and tell you to go ahead and buy it, when literally I told you guys exactly where the demand was, where to buy, and what contracts to swing if you were too busy because of work, right? Totally up to you guys. CRM looking for a nice reversal as well. For this one, I am going to look for a dip buy right here. I think the 160 to 159.75. This could probably be a potential dip buy opportunity. I don't want it anything below the 160. So 160, I'm going to use as a dip buy, as a new support. Otherwise, you're looking for the continuation 164, 66, 68. Okay, very simple for CRM. Amazon. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Still a few more tickers. Hopefully, this is not too slow. All right, so check this. Amazon is retesting 133.33. That's a weird number. Okay, 134.23 is the next breakout area. If we go above 134, 134.30. I'm just gonna long it all the way into 138 by the end of the week. Okay, that's my target. If we reject here, it's probably gonna come down to 130 and test. This is your dip buy opportunity. 129.84 is the lowest that I would personally go. So I would look for something like this, like that, almost just like everything else in the market, or literally just look for the breakout and go into that 138. Okay. Apple, after a nice little downtrend, it looks like we broke that downtrend here. It looks like we broke here. So now, like I said, we're going to be looking for that red candle and that red candle to do something like this, right? And then get bought up and then do something like this. That's what I'm kind of looking for Apple. I think it's at a great buy opportunity down here. It's what? It's 156, 155. If we can just find a dip buy here, anywhere inside here, I don't want it anything below 155. Okay. I'm gonna use the 155 more because it's a psychological thing, and we need to hold more of the gains and not make a lower low. Otherwise, right now it's still looking bullish. Okay. Netflix is a good one to keep eyes on. It hasn't really moved with the market much, and that kind of just shows a little bit more strength. And it's back inside this range, just like we talked about the previous week. The previous week, it actually broke down. So somebody could have made puts on these 2 days here. And then here it came back inside and it came back all the way up. So the setup still remains. The breakout is over this 234 or even 234.70. And the below is 220. Okay. So make sure you guys keep those alerts and trade the pre-market levels. And the target's going to be 240, 245, 250. And you know the deal. Microsoft looks pretty good too. It looks like we kind of just broke this little trend line as well. And right here, we kind of hesitated, dropped down, came back inside. So I think over that 265 is going to be good. But if we can get a nice dip buy at 262.50, just hold 50% of that move, I think we could probably come right back up. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for the retest at this 257. Okay. That's it for Microsoft. Nothing too crazy. But definitely check out Google as well. I don't know why I don't have Google here. Google is at a good spot as well. So if the market goes a little bit bullish, I think Google can be the first one to go and lead the market at 111, and then same with Netflix. And they can have some nice bullish momentum here, right? So over that 111 or 110.50, that's your breakout level. And for this, I would look for the target of, let's say 113.70 and 113.40. That's your target. So I want to see this for Google. Entry point for breakout 111 for a $3.50 move. So it's not too bad, right? That's all I'm going to be waiting for Google. I don't know why I didn't have alerts for that. I'm definitely setting them now. So just so you guys know, it's a small account friendly too. The contracts, the premiums are not that expensive. So take advantage, guys. All right. What do we have after Microsoft? I don't know why I didn't have that. Meta is the other one that can lead as well. 170, 172.50, same levels remain. Target would be 174, 175, 177.50, 180, and 181. So this one, I'm just waiting for the breakout over 170. Otherwise, I'm going to look for a rejection in the markets and then watch this thing just drop to 166 and then 164, 162. And just be patient. Every time we come down here, guys, make sure you guys set alerts. You guys have plenty of opportunities to take dip buys down here. If you didn't, then you probably missed out because you did not keep track of this range, right? So after that, let's look at a couple different ones here too. Let's check out BAC. Like I said, all the financials are looking amazing. BAC had a big move. It's not a big mover. So for this one, I would recommend or advise, I wouldn't even say advice, but suggest that you look for dip buys versus breakouts. Okay. 34.20. I would look for BAC to drop down here or to this 34, and this is the dip buy that we're going to be getting. I mean, otherwise it's going to continue over that 35.25, and then your target's going to be 35.50, 35.75, 36. For this one, you got to go like every 35 cents. It's 3 o'clock right now. Market just opened, so just so you guys can see that there's a nice little gap up, which is kind of nice. Congrats to those who swung calls. Hopefully this holds for everybody. This is kind of good, guys. All right. Let's see. Oil didn't do much. It's just kind of chilling, which is amazing too. Gold didn't do much either. RTY, nice little gap up. NQ, nice gap up. That's a nice gap up on the market, guys. Man, Hopefully some of you guys swung, and hopefully it holds. Otherwise, we're gonna look for a nice red candle, right? But yeah, let's do a couple more. We're gonna look at TWLO. TWLO is one of my favorite setups right now. I think for this one, it's I'm gonna break it down later, but definitely I want to long it anything over 70 now. As long as we're holding 70, I'm gonna look for call positions, and I'm gonna look for dip buys, and then this thing can just stay over 72, its current price point. I'm gonna look for 74 into the highs of 76 right here. So this is gonna be my swing of the week, guys. So pay attention, go look at the charts. I would definitely post it at Conservative Collectors with a proper breakdown with some levels and what contracts to look for. So this one I am definitely going to be looking to enter this week and this week alone. All right, so let's go look at INTC. A lot of the chips are at great levels as well. INTC, as long as we can hold at 3150, we're on a breakout level. Oh, sorry. So that 3150, that's a breakout level. For this dip buy, honestly, I would say 3080 right here. This is your dip buy opportunity, and target's going to be here, 32, and then target's going to be that 32.39. Okay, for INTC, great risk to reward to the upside versus the downside. Okay, so that's INTC. Check out AMD. AMD, this one again, the continuation would be over 86 or whatever the pre-market is. Right now, it looks like the market just gapped up aggressively. So a lot of these tickers are going to gap up. What do you do in that case? You want to take a high over the pre-market or the pre-market low as a dip buy. Okay, that's all you really want to do. But over 86, 88, 90, 92, that's kind of what you want to look for AMD. Let's check out MU. Not AMU, but MU. MU, I'm looking for this amazing break up trend line. That is it. And it's going to be at 58, or it might be at 57, whichever one. So if it rejects and we're coming down here, it'll be 57 or 58. And I'm just looking for the run up and momentum for MU. That's all I'm looking for. Oxy. Oxy's at a great spot as well. So this is why I mentioned oil. Oil may be on a reversal trend over that 87 or below 86. So if it can just give these some momentum, I would say 67 long. Look for 68, 69, 70, looking for whole numbers to the upside. To the downside, I personally won't touch it to the downside. I don't think there's value to short it just yet. And but if it does break the 64, then for sure look for a reversal to the downside. Okay. CVX. CVX is a perfect setup for oil as well. If this thing can just stay above that 160.50 and 161, then for sure we will be breaking out. This one is worth watching just because of oil. If oil holds /CL, we are definitely going to look for a reversal for CVX, which can happen this week. So remember, oil over 87, 88, 89, CVX over 161 on the breakout confirmation. If you want to get in early, just get it at the 160 for a good opportunity, right? The next one is going to be HD. This is one of the tickers that was red in the market as well, even though we had a great market. So this one kind of looks like a reversal and almost like a retest at the same time for that 300. So as long as we can stay above this price point right here, let me use these wicks, 299.80, yeah, 299.80 and 298.50. This is going to be a dip buy, and most likely I'm looking for this right here. Boom. By the end of the week, I am looking for 311.50. First target is going to be this 305, 306.70, 309.85, and 311.40, all the way to 312 technically. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for HD. I'm not looking for no dip buys, but definitely on the breakout, better for HD. Okay. Dip buy is here though. HD. And then last one, guys, to finish this off, hopefully you guys paid attention to some of those levels that I talked about. And like I said, making this simple and as fast, as efficient as possible by giving you the proper levels for each ticker. SC 109.18, that's your dip buy opportunity. Breakout level is going to be this 111.50 and 112. Okay, that's going to be your breakout level to confirm the upside momentum. Your first target is going to be 113.50. No, sorry, 113.20. At 113.20, Next target's going to be up here, 116, from 116, 117.50, and 118. So if Etsy continues to be bullish, and make sure you watch Amazon, Google, Shop, anything that has to have some like online stuff with like selling or whatever. That's what you want to look for Etsy. This is a creeper. And what I mean by that is that sometimes it'll have some crazy moves, and then some days it'll just not move at all. So pay attention to this one. So just a reminder, top watches is going to be TWLO, Nvidia, and MU. Okay, those are my 3 top watches for the week, along with JPM. And hopefully you guys paid attention to those, but definitely don't miss on TWLO. TWLO can be one of those amazing plays that we take that we can definitely hold for next few days without having to check your charts consistently. So if you're working and you don't have time to check charts, this is the perfect setup to be looking at and not to worry too much, okay? So make sure you have this zone here. This is your targets, okay? And then your target, you're just gonna choose every base on the way up, and the highest target's gonna be 88, okay? So good luck, guys. You guys have a great week. If you guys need anything, please feel free to DM me. We are at Conservative Collectors, and we are there to help you grow and whatever else you need, right? You guys stay green, and let me know if you guys have questions or you guys want any more videos. Comment down below and just tag us, all right? You guys have a good one now.